Limbo Diaries here. It is Tuesday, April 9th on 5:40. I sure did experience a lot of a wide range of emotions in the past couple days. I mean, yesterday and today. There was a solar eclipse going on yesterday here in North America, and there were a few good options to travel to in order to witness the total eclipse, which were Niagara Falls or Hamilton or Montreal. So me and some of my Russian friends got together, booked a car, and we initially wanted to drive to Niagara Falls, but that was like the most popular location, so we decided to go to Hamilton. And Hamilton was really cloudy and really packed too, so we drove to a small beach town on the south shore of Ontario called Port Dover, and that was so perfect. I love beach towns too. I adore beach towns. They're so cute. And I love being on the beach during the non-beach season. It's kind of something about it, something atmospheric about it. And it was really sunny, and it was really warm, and we got our glasses, and I don't know, we were just like walking around. There was a lot of people everywhere, people with telescopes, with their glasses, with their picnic chairs. Everyone were just like lying on the beach, just looking at the sun. And when it was getting pretty close to the total eclipse, we decided to go get some food, and my friends got some burgers, hot dogs. I got a frozen yogurt with mango, and that was actually the perfect place. The patio outside of that restaurant, we were just sitting there at the picnic table, and it started getting dark, but like weird dark, not like sunset dark. It just like it was getting darker, and it felt really weird. And I don't know, I took my gravel pills from motion sickness, but I still, like, I don't know, I think you're supposed to take them 20 minutes before you get into the car, but I took them after I got into the car, and I got dazed anyway. I felt really weird. Well, because I'm like supposed to be motion sick, and I started getting motion sick, but then I guess the pills kicked in, and I did feel better, but I still felt like dazed. It was weird. And then someone told me that, well, one of my friends told me that, oh, you're gonna go blind if you look if you look at the sun. And I don't know, that gave me anxiety because I looked at the sun, and it kind of, like, I don't know, it left like a trace on my eyes for a little bit, and I'm like and I asked my friend, do you go blind immediately? And he said no. And that just gave me huge anxiety, and me being dazed and getting that weird anxiety about getting blind. Um, and also like this, um, the way the surroundings got darker and the sky was getting darker in a weird way. It all just snowballed into this weird fear and anxiety and discomfort, and I started like shaking, and it also started getting cold because the sun was being covered. I started getting cold, and and I also had my frozen yogurt, which made me even colder, and I just started shivering. And I don't know, after I came home and I was reminiscing about this experience, I was I was thinking about it. I was thinking about what I felt, and I think I had a panic attack or an anxiety attack. I don't know. I never really have that, but it was so intense. Like I had this like intense primal fear, and it was really strange. Very intense emotions. And but then when the sun got covered and like everything was dark, I don't know. It was replaced with like fascination and just like very intense kind of like positive feelings too. I was just like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know, very intense. I don't know how to describe it. Um, Fear, overwhelmed emotions, fascination, so many different things. And I don't know. It was very life affirming too. And after it passed, I felt like I bonded in a way with people who I was with. I don't know. I felt like we went through something together. We high-fived each other, and I don't know, very intense, very scary and crazy and unforgettable. They say it will never happen again, but of course it will happen again. It happens like every 5 years. So I'm excited for the next time. I think someone said the next one will be in Spain in a couple of years. I don't know. I'm not sure I'll be in Spain then. But I hope I get to. I get to see it a couple more times within my lifetime. That would be cool. Mm. But yeah, that was also my first time off day at my new job. Like it's my first time getting a day off. And I was pondering about it and I'm like, hey, I gotta do it. It's better than like working, sitting at home when things like that is happening, especially since it's already planned. Like my friends already planned everything. So, and we went hiking to Dundas Peak, to the waterfalls, and the weather was amazing. And then we went to the Polish supermarket, and I bought some food that you can't find in regular supermarkets, which I'm excited for. I got I got cabbage soup in a jar, and I had some for lunch. It was amazing. So yeah. Uh, what else? Yeah, and I was as I was eating that cabbage soup today for lunch, and I also uh discovered my new favorite song from my favorite band, Gentle Giant. It's called Peel the Paint, and I actually recently bought the album on vinyl where that song is from, and as I was having lunch, I put the record on and I was eating my soup and I felt so happy. I don't know, I was eating my soup and I was thinking, God, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be alive. This is amazing. I love my life. Life is beautiful. And yeah, I don't know, I just felt this divine feeling of happiness, and it was incredible. Just, just having the soup and listening to music. But who would have thought that I will be crying 2 hours after this? I don't know. I'm not bipolar by any means, but I've become very um I've become very fragile and traumatized and easily. Ice cream truck. No, I have ice cream. I have ice cream in my freezer. I've become um, easily hurt and vulnerable. Yeah, and um, the person who I went on a date last Tuesday, we've been we've been messaging a little bit almost every day, I think, since then, because we're supposed to go to the karaoke tomorrow, and at 2, while I was having lunch and feeling happy, I decided to follow up and I texted him, "Hey, are we good for tomorrow?" And he only responded 3 hours later after 5, which makes total sense. But uh, I think yesterday. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I thought I was ghosted, and I started crying because I'm so traumatized, because like my past 5 or 6 first dates, it was all like I was ghosted every time after the first date. I've become so just like crushed that 2 hours after I sent the message, I just started having this this thing, um, crying and going, why does God punish me? Why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? And will it ever stop? Etc. etc. Honestly, I can't take it anymore. It's funny to say I can't take it anymore like there's an exit. I mean, there is an exit. um, if you really want to exit, there is an exit, but I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of this. Well, he did respond. He said, yeah, but I know that there are people who experience that for their entire lives. Like they just like get rejected every single time throughout their entire life. But at some point you just deal with it, right? Um, but I don't have this experience. I have not been rejected every single time in my entire life. So um, I'm only in the process of dealing with it right now. Um, I don't know. It's probably insensitive of me to think that, oh, if you're getting rejected every time throughout your entire life, you just, at some point, you're just like, okay, I'll just, whatever. But because it haven't been the case for me before, and something started happening at some point, you just can't help but wonder what's going on, and I have no idea what's going on. No one has an answer what's going on. You know, I like to get I like getting to the bottom of things and figure things out and try things out to fix stuff, but nothing works. Nothing works. My pregnant friend is currently in induced labor, I think, and I'm really happy for her. I really am. And I've been thinking about her and how she met her husband. They met on Tinder. And before they met on Tinder, she was struggling just like me for years on dating apps. And every time I complained to her, she's like, yeah, it was the same for me. It was unbearable and I wanted to fucking kill myself. And I'm like, okay, there's hope, I guess. I don't want to be on it for years though. Some people are on it for years though before they find anything. And there's no other way than just suffer and 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 want to kill yourself every fucking single day. I guess there's no other way than just going through this constantly. Yeah, there's hope. There's always hope. Hope is the human nature. I'm a big fan of the human nature, and I despise people who want human nature to change in any way. I think human nature rocks, and human nature is what brought us here. And hope is a huge part of human nature. Hope is God, in fact, I think. So I have no other choice but to keep hoping. But either way, before before he replied, talking about God, before he replied, the person who I had a crush on for months and months and months without any the person who I had a crush on for months, who never texted me first ever, I just felt pathetic enough and insanely in love with him enough to just keep texting him first because that's how fucked up I am. um, a couple weeks ago, I decided that this is it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Um, he is done. I am not thinking about him anymore, and I'm not messaging him anymore, which is what I'm doing or not doing. Not messaging him anymore, and he's messaging me now. While I was waiting for that response, that person who I'm trying to forget, well, I forgot him. He messaged me, "Oh, are you going to karaoke tomorrow?" And when he messaged me, I was crying. He messaged me that, and I thought, is God laughing at me right now? Is this some kind of a joke? What the fuck is going on? He messaged me last week too. First. This is so fucked up. I hate it so much. I can't take it anymore. But there's always hope. Either way, I need to get some freelance work done. And I also really wanted to go to the pool today to clear my mind, maybe. Maybe not. And this is what I'm going to do. Man that I'm trying to forget. Oh well, here I am being totally sane, as you can tell. I'll talk to you later.